start to connect to your breath. Just notice your breathing pattern. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Can you soften it and really get into the body? To drop in deeper, we're going to do something called the vortex breath. So this is from my friends Nick and Jack Sweeney, and it's a great breathwork practice to get extremely present and relaxed. So on my count, we are going to blow all the air out of our lungs wherever we're at. So take a deep exhale and empty your lungs. Then we're going to take a deep inhale for 13 seconds, and I'm going to count you up. So ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now exhale for 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now back in for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling for 3. Feel yourself getting more relaxed, more calm. And exhaling for 3. 1, 2, 3. Now breaths are getting a little bit smaller. Inhale for 2. 1, 2. Exhaling for 2. 1, 2. Now take very small mini breaths at 1 second in and 1 second out. You can visualize it as if you're breathing in a small ring pattern. Just slowly cycling this breath, increasing CO2 in the lungs, dropping us into a relaxed state. And now, once you're at the bottom of a breath, I want you to breathe in as deeply as you can into your lungs, into your chest, and into your belly. So take the deepest breath that you've taken in 2026. Fill all the way up as much as you can. And once you're at the top, breathe in a little bit more. And then let the air go as if you're blowing it out through a small straw. Let it exhale slowly until you get to the bottom, deflating almost like a balloon. And once you're at the bottom and you let all the air out, we are going to hold. We're going to hold for about 30 seconds. So just sit in this silence for a few seconds and allow yourself to be at peace. Whenever you need to take a breath in, feel free to do so. If you want to keep holding at the bottom, if it feels good, keep going. And once you take a deep breath in, again, take a very deep breath, fill up all the air in your lungs. Inhale for around 15 seconds. And now, once you've taken that deep inhale, wherever you're at, return to a normal breathing pattern. You should notice how you already feel more relaxed and more present just from a few minutes of breathing. This is the power of breath work, and this is the power of tapping into your body.
Mm.
Now that we're in a relaxed state, we are going to allow ourselves to dream. So we want to keep our eyes closed and stay in this calm, meditative state. As I said, it's very hard to dream and be creative in a stressed state. A state of calm is the key to accessing higher levels of our imagination, better ideas, more energy, and a higher frequency. So now let's begin by imagining our higher self. We're going to take a trip to visit him. In your imagination, see yourself from an outside view. See yourself from above the chair you're sitting in, or see yourself from above the bed you're sitting in, and just see yourself sitting there or laying there. Now tell your body that we're safe, we're going on a little adventure in our imagination. So now that you are floating, looking down at yourself, see yourself continue to float up to the ceiling. And then see yourself actually go through the ceiling. Remember, this is your imagination, there's no limits. Now, as you're floating above your house, above your apartment, wherever you're at, keep rising and go above your town. See the town from this higher perspective. Then keep zooming out and see your entire state or your entire country. Continue to zoom out and now see the entire Earth. From this vantage point, our problems seem quite insignificant. It should feel freeing. So now that you're floating above the Earth, imagine yourself floating into a higher realm. Now, there's no right or wrong way to imagine this realm. This realm can be whatever you like. Whatever's coming to your mind is perfect. You might see beautiful nature. You might see beaches. You might see a jungle. You might see a galaxy. You might see shapes. You might see colors. Maybe you're imagining another place on Earth or somewhere else in the solar system. Again, there's no right or wrong way to imagine this. Just allow yourself to be in this higher plane, in this higher realm. Allow yourself to now go explore this realm and walk around in this realm. See yourself walking through this reality, this beautiful place. Maybe you're walking, maybe you're floating, or maybe you're gliding. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're moving. And as you're exploring this land, this space, you see a human being far off in the distance. You can tell that this being is quite powerful. They are radiant, they are glowing, they are confident, they are magnetic. This being that you see in the distance that is now walking towards you is your higher self. This being is you in your highest timeline, in your highest expression. This is you if you were all that you could be. As you get closer, you can start to see him or her visually. Maybe you are imagining them as a few months older than you. Maybe they're a few years older than you. Maybe they're a few hundred years older than you. Or maybe it's you in a parallel universe. Doesn't matter the specifics. What matter is what resonating with you. So take a deep look at this being, this version of you, and begin to think about what this being is like. This being, this highest version of you, is standing right in front of you. So, what are you noticing? What is their posture like? And visualize each one of these. What clothes do they wear? What does their physical body look like? How do they breathe? And how do they embody energy in their body? Really take note of what this version of you looks like and the energy that they emit and how they carry themselves. And remember, this is you, this is your higher self. What are you noticing? So you begin to ask them questions. Imagine yourself asking this being the following questions. Higher self, what positive habits do you have that I don't have? What destructive habits do I have that you no longer do? How do you show up to your work or your career? What respect do you command in the workplace and in your relationships? What projects do you work on and have completed that are creative, artistic, or purely out of passion and expression? What thoughts do you think? What thoughts do you allow into your mind? What is your mental state normally like? What thoughts do you no longer think? What thoughts do you no longer allow into your mind? What books have you read? What type of media or content do you no longer consume as this higher self? What is your connection like to others that are closest to you? What is your outlook on life? What is your life's purpose or life's mission? You may be getting some answers back. And the more important thing is to feel the energy or the aura that this being, this version of you, is emitting, and to take note of its characteristics. So now, as you see yourself standing next to this being, this version of you, this higher version of you, take a moment to ask him or her a question. This can be any question you want, something that feels very true to you, something you want to find out, something you're looking for clarity with. Take a moment to see what answer comes. Now that you've gotten this answer, thank this version of you for the insight. And before we leave, we are going to actually merge with this being. This being is not separate from you. He's not different than you. This is you in another reality. This is you at a higher frequency or a higher level of energy. So imagine yourself and this being coming together and actually merging. The higher self and the current self become one. The higher self becomes you. Absorb this higher self's energy. Absorb this higher self's identity. You are him now. You are her now. Now that this being and you have merged into one, we are going to come back down into physical reality from our imagination, one step at a time. But now we're not returning as our previous self. We are returning having integrated and become the higher self that we can imagine. So, as you start to come down from this higher realm, again, you see yourself over planet Earth. And as you come down from this high level in the sky, you see yourself above the country you live in. Again, we come closer back to our home and we are above the city or the town that we live in. Getting closer, now we can see ourselves above our neighborhood and then above our home or apartment. As we keep descending, we see ourselves passing through the ceiling and fully arriving back in our physical body. As we fully arrive back in our physical body, feel the sensations of the body. Feel your feet on the floor or in space. Feel the muscles in your body contracting or relaxing. Feel your breath moving in and out of your nose or mouth. Now, as you stay in this calm state, this embodied state, and remember that you brought something back, you brought the higher self back into your body. Slowly open your eyes and look around the room you're in. Try to stay in the frequency, the energy of the higher self as you keep your eyes open. You are this version of you now. You got the answers that you needed. From this new place, how are you going to move the rest of the day? What actions become obvious? What things are no longer serving you? What would this higher self version of you that you are now embodying do the rest of the day in this highest timeline? Think about that for just a moment. See your day before you. Take 3 more deep breaths now. Deep through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. And one final breath in the nose and out the mouth. And now we will resume and go about the rest of our days from this energy.